Smoke and mirrors, guys. Welcome to the movie factory.
Ooh, so exciting, isn't it?
Trust me. If it bleeds, we can kill it.
Ferocious, Eric. I'm trying to put Tiger Bomb on this jungle's nuts.
Want your eyes, Rick?
You're not going to die.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
Now you want to get nuts? Come on.
Yes! Yes! Fuck you too!
You're gonna see some serious shit.
And we are back. Smoke and Mirrors, episode 86. I don't have a tagline for this one. It still sounds like the Chambers of Shaolin to me. They just keep adding new rooms whenever they fucking go through. How we living there, big dogs? We good?
Yeah, you do, man. Chambers, because they was just shitting in every room they went. It's the one we go.
Don't they say in a restaurant though, like when they get something off the menu, it's 86th? Yeah, we're getting them the fuck out of here.
It's the 36 chambers.
Yeah, it is the 36 chambers. Wu-Tang. Those had like a fucking manscaping incident this week.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, I was kind of like trimming up and everything.
Yeah.
Fucking trimmer just cut out. It looked like an O, went into the middle of the lawn, and then just ripped them out as bird and then took off.
He's got a big old love heart.
Like, I wish it was like Big Drake Lover Boys certified lover boy.
Okay,
yeah. It's just a mess.
How we living there, big dogs? We good?
Yeah, man. That was good. How you going?
Yeah, good, man. Oz is doing fantastically well.
How's he?
Just chilling. It's a nice fucking Saturday.
Oz is hitting that ready to vape there.
Yeah, I'm still just using it from last week. I was trying to get rid of it. 4,000 puffs, man. Fucking...
Stay no easy
take
ride.
me like a week to get through. Yeah. Fucking, you wait until the flavor goes out, and then I go back to the original. I was switching between both of them. Oz is akimbo vaped up right now.
Fuck.
But no, Oz is doing good, man. But into streaming news. So we got our first photos of Bradley Cooper's new film Maestro. So this is the next film he's done since A Star Is Born. So he's going to be directing as well as starring in here. And this one's all about Leonard Bernstein, I want to say his name is. Yeah, Leonard Bernstein. So this is the guy that showed up in the Philharmonic at 25 and then continued to like extend his career. He composed West Side Story. He did On the Waterfront as well. And this is going to surround like his life, like starting that and then going into his older years as well. So a lot of these photos, we got pictures of Cooper when he was young, and as well as that with his wife, who was played by, I want to say, Carey Mulligan. Yep. Felicia Monteligre is his wife's name. So we got pictures of them together, a few black and white photos, and then a photo, like I said before, of Cooper in the old man phase of his career. But it seemed...
His wife's name is Montenegro? Montenegro?
Monteligre.
Right.
Yeah.
That makeup
I don't know
looks
if
quite
that's how you
good.
say it, but yeah, it does. It looks really good. What do you call it? Every time I see Carey Mulligan, though, I just think of Drive every time. Like, I just expect it to be quiet and just see Ryan Gosling stepping on someone's fucking head.
Jesus. I just think of Shame. Where I gave her the name Harry Mulligan.
Fucking Drive, man. When he just turns, like, when he turns.
Fucking next level intensity, man.
That fucking big red keg head on him as well.
Oh, fuck. You know, every time I go across that movie, I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm going to watch Drive. I feel like watching Drive. And then I just don't watch Drive, eh?
Jesus.
Just can't do it to myself sometimes.
It's a movie they can just throw on, like, every other weekend. You know what I mean? Like, let's chase that one out.
There's no filler in that movie.
I know.
It starts off with a bank heist, and then you see him driving like with her and the kid and whatnot, and then it's like another bank heist, and then the movie's done.
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah,
movie's
that's true,
fine
actually.
for me. I'm just waiting for the 4K. They announced it.
I seen the
sick.
review. Excellent.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Witness excellence. No, what do you call it? Seems like the Coop is really sticking to his guns with musical-related films as well, so excited to see that. Scorsese's attached to this as well, so he's got his backing too. It's be cool.
And his bag.
True. Sorry, that big dog. I cut you off.
Elmer Bernstein. What's his name? Leonard Bernstein. Looks
Yeah.
like what's his face? Pollock, the director.
Jackson Pollock?
No, it's Sydney. It looks like Sydney. Yeah.
Or Sidney Pollock?
Whichever one was in is the director and who's in Eyes Wide Shut. That one. Looks like him.
Fuck.
Yeah, he looks like that guy. That guy looks
Yeah.
exactly the same as him.
A lot of people
Yeah.
online saying that how the fuck does Bradley Cooper have a big nose for this Leonard Bernstein guy, but then didn't wear like makeup for the Elephant Man, apparently. I don't know.
The elephant.
Yeah, people are just getting a bit... I don't know if Cooper actually played that character. I don't know. But, yeah.
These
I
dumb
don't know.
fucks probably thought that was the story of bloody Nightmare Alley.
Yeah. I don't know. It seems very racy. People are trying to make it racy when it doesn't need to be racy.
They inject race into everything. All right. So we finally got the restructure plans there for after the Warner and Discovery merger. So it looks like Michael DeLuca is going to take over Warner Brothers Studios, and Pamela Abdi is going to take over New Line. So these guys worked over at MGM before. It looks like they got out just in time before the Amazon takeover, and so what's that guy's name? We said it last week.
Toby?
No. The head of Discovery,
Zaslav.
Zaslav got them. Basically told Toby Emmerich to fuck off. He supposedly there's history there because Toby took over from one of them somewhere along the lines. Yeah, it's wild. But yeah, so those are our new guys in there. It was a bit weird because like why would they have two heads? Like, why is one Warner? Why is one New Line? Like, it's just a bit funny because the guy over at Warner would usually sort of take care of New Line, and only Bob Shea, the owner of New Line, would sort of report back to the head of Warner.
Yeah, I'm not too sure about that.
Yeah. The other part of that story is Zaslav wants Todd Phillips to sort of do more in the DC universe, and maybe act as like the Kevin Feige for DC over at Warner Brothers, which is kind of weird because it seems like that means that they're going to go into a whole harder sort of edged DC universe.
Yeah.
Which, very true.
I don't mind.
Do you reckon if Todd Phillips
he did
is on
say
top
like
of this,
he wouldn't be at the level that Feige's at?
They'll try and get Joaquin back for some form of appearance?
Joaquin said he's never coming back.
Oh, shit.
I don't blame
Todd
him.
Phillips said he's never making another one either. He said it'd be like trying to capture lightning in a bottle twice and never happen.
That's
It'd
right.
never be as good as that first one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Netflix is producing. They're making a change because they got hit with that loss of 200,000 subscribers, which in turn made their stock price drop 44%. So they've decided to change their approach, and it's an approach that we've kind of seen before. So Disney's done this like countless times with their lineup and their slate. So Netflix has said from now on we're going to like put out bigger movies, but fewer of them, and just focus on the quality over the quantity of the actual movies. So they said, instead of us putting out like two $10 million movies, let's put out one $20 million movie, and then we'll just call it quits. Like, we'll focus on the quality of it and get it the fuck out there.
True. Yeah. So, do you reckon, like, with how this is going, like, so even then they were saying that, like, you know, it won't exactly stop the smaller films, but there may be more of a niche market moving forward. But at the same time, I wonder if if this happened now and Extraction didn't come out or movies like that, if we wouldn't have gotten Extraction and shit like that.
I don't know if
Extraction would be one of those big movies. It's because of the star power as well.
True.
Netflix needs to stop making fucking Korean films. They're an American studio. Everything is fucking Korean with them now.
Yeah, but it does hit though.
One hit. Squid Game's hit. Don't body me with 30 other fucking Korean films that I'm never ever gonna fucking watch, B.
They also got Money Heist, so there's that brand association as well. That they were like,
that's only Korean now because that's the flavor that they're mixing with now.
yeah, but they kind of have to go with the trends as well. Like, I think Korea is probably like really coming up there, and has been for a while, just in terms of like their ideas for films.
Yeah. But I don't want Netflix making Korean films. I want Korean films from Korea.
But that's the thing though. Like, Netflix will let the Korean like film community make their shit, and then they'll just swoop in and then just buy it, just pick it up like an eagle, and then like, here's $30 million buy. They just got to stop like scattershotting. Like, oh yeah, we'll just throw money at everything. Not everything is going to hit. Like, you would expect like maybe 50% of that to like really kind of embed in movie culture and people actually streaming. Then people to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to watch fucking Yes Day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who the fuck even watched that movie?
And yeah, exactly. But that's also the reason why they said, well, our live action children division, we're just fucking like canning it.
Good.
Because that like, it's not where the market is, but they'll still have animation and like their cartoon division as well. But yeah, they got to make some cuts. I think this is a better approach. Like, how the fuck does Netflix have one movie a week coming out, or a series a week coming out? Like, Disney doesn't do that.
No.
Disney make you wait like, 3-4 months until something comes drop.
Disney has a Hulu.
Yeah.
So they can fill in those other spots with that sort of stuff, right?
Yeah.
With this face, Netflix needs something.
Yeah.
But that's what I don't get. Like, these motherfuckers are going out going, hey, Disney like has Disney Plus, they got Hulu, they got ESPN, and like, I don't know, there's something else, right? That Disney does. Hulu, I don't know. They got another streamer. Right? And together they make 205 million subscribers compared to Netflix 221. But Netflix is just Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, what else does Netflix have? Like, if Disney would have like judged that by their own like entities, like Disney Plus like might have 150 million, and then like ESPN might have 20 million, and Hulu might have like 50 million or something.
I reckon Hulu has the most subscriptions out of all of them. I think Hulu has more subscribers than what's his face, than Disney Plus.
Yeah.
They've been out longer, much longer.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
But Hulu, for some reason, not for some reason, but Hulu has always had content that everyone wants as well. Like, fucking, they've always had Fox under their belt and shit like that. And it's all, like, good shows. Like, Hulu's at a point where they're actually putting out meaningful shit almost all the time.
But that's also the pay model that Hulu has, where they're like, hey, add this on, add Cinemax on. Like you can get all that, like you can with Amazon Prime, whereas Netflix doesn't have that capability. Well, they haven't added that. And that means that all the money that comes into Netflix from subscriptions will go back to Netflix. Because they've bought the IPs. They've it's not like they've hired them, except for those movies that they do hire.
Well, the only way I can see Netflix really, because with them, like, you know, and showing their quarterly earnings, their market shares dropped 44%, and that's simply because, like, the battle for a good streamer has, like, officially, like, sort of begun in the last 2 years or some shit, with people actually taking the same Netflix around. So if Netflix were to buy up, like, some other companies and provide, like, sports and provide, like, all this other shit and actually have it solely be under Netflix, they'd probably revolutionize it all over again instead of having separate companies and separate bundles.
Yeah. Yeah, but
I'd love for Netflix to buy Sony.
Oh, shit.
They go fuck themselves when they want to use Spider-Man. Come on, please, man. Fuck off.
But you know, Marvel's got the plan B for when Rothman gets a little fucking shitty. He's got the plan B when Rothman's like, now $500 million because, you know, Spider-Man No Way Home made $1.5 billion. And
You see,
like, yeah, Doctor Strange already got him out the fucking universe. So, you know what I mean? Keep him.
You see, in that respect, fucking Netflix is Homer, and then fucking Marvel is just Mo. Yeah, drink your medicine, you baby. That's how the fuck it is, man. But nah, Netflix will probably step up their game. In the next 2 years, we'll probably get some, like, crazy bundle from Netflix because they're biding their time to actually get some good shit in there.
Yeah.
2 years is too late. Too late. They need to do something right now.
I also wouldn't sleep on Netflix just because they've been the giant for a while. Like they invented this shit, really.
Yeah, 100%. Like, what do you call it? Looking at this, it made me think of. Do you guys know the Clock Tower series that came out? Those games.
Yeah.
So it's all like a survival horror type thing where a girl gets kidnapped and then she has to escape from the fucking building. It's all based off an old fucking Jennifer Connelly movie. And recently they tried to like fucking remake it as a new game called Nightcry. And the studio was like, we don't have the budget for that. Here's $300,000. And they had to reuse fucking old like Capcom sprites and shit like that to make this fucking game. And it was the shittest game in the world. But still, they really tried their fucking hardest. But yeah, that's what I thought of when I saw, like, we're just gonna, like, cut this shit, cut that, cut this, and then we'll just fucking try and focus on the meaningful shit.
The difference is, though, is that Netflix will be, like, moving that money that they cut from, like, the live-action children's division into, like, the bigger movies. They will get the bigger budget. You just won't be able to go, hey, like, all these filmmakers out there that want, like, to do a movie with Netflix, you won't be able to do it.
Sorry. I fucking drank my water and I choked. Oh, God.
Jesus. I thought I was just burst into tears.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
Jeez, I was all right?
Yeah, I'm good. Fuck.
And that's it for streaming news this week.
Oh shit. So, I'm back. I'm good. Whew. fucking who put on the Waterworks? Into our film news. So, Magnolia Pictures have come across that Kingsland movie that Mads Mikkelsen's in, and they've acquired the rights to that. Fucking, oh fuck! I was just on there. So it's a period piece, right? And it's about the Danish King Frederick V. And what happens is that, in a way, to keep the rich rich, he creates like this decree where all these taxes and stuff like start flowing back into the government. And then with that as well, obviously there's some people who start revolting against that. And then they start fighting against it, but then he's like, all right, cool, this is what's going to happen. Fucking anyone who doesn't follow the royal decree, we're just going to X you out. This is all about like King Frederick V's fucking story in Jutland as well, with all that shit going on. So this would be cool. So Mads Mikkelsen is starring. Fucking, I believe this is already in the can, I want to say. But it's based in the 1700s there as a period piece, but it sounds fucking cool, man. Time, like fucking...
Where is it set?
Jutland.
Sweden?
I don't know if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah. He's a Dane, so... Might be.
Denmark.
Sorry, I'm not too good with my geography.
Probably around. All right, so Simon McQuoid. McQuid? I don't know. So he was the director of Mortal Kombat, the reboot, not Annihilation. Thank God. He's signed on to direct this movie for Sony and Mandalorian Pictures called Omega. All right, so this one's going to be set in rural Texas. It follows this downtrodden young woman who helps this person, this stranger, and ends up saddled with these powers, and she can change reality and everything, and that sort of takes her on this giant adventure into sort of with ancient origins. Yeah. And then she's hunted by all these people, and she's got to master these skills before she actually, gets things together. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. This is written by Blair Butler. He wrote The Bride and Hellstrom, and Michael Berman, Jason Michael Berman. Jesus, Michael J. Berman is producing.
Yeah, sounds alright, man.
Yeah. It sounds like it could just be like a story set in Outworld, to be honest.
Yeah. It does also remind me of The Dark Tower. Like that other sort of the underside or the underneath or whatever the fuck.
Yeah. You know what I heard this week?
What?
Do you know what's his face? You know Michael J. White was up for the role of Blade for the series and got beaten by Sticky Fingers?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Ew.
Pause. So supposedly, what's his face? Supposedly, Sticky Fingers was just a better actor, allegedly.
What?
Yeah.
Cap. Oh, fuck.
That's bullshit.
That's what Sticky was saying. I don't know.
Sticky said that.
Yeah.
Fuck you, thank you very much. Fuck you, go fuck yourself.
Sticky was out his mind.
Yeah. Sticky a fucking idiot.
And
He was out there.
That's true.
Supposedly he was in the audition shirtless.
Jay White or Sticky?
Jay White was shirtless, allegedly. I'm going to tweet Michael J. White and ask him.
Shed light on this situation. That's it for film news this week.
True.
Nice and light.
True. Yeah.
At their battle. It is time to fan. The hammer.
True. Alrighty. So we finally got word on Doctor Strange 2. It's going to be releasing on Disney Plus on the 22nd of June. Taylor Zakar Perez, Nicholas Galitsine, as well as Uma Thurman are going to star in Amazon's new film Red, White, and Royal Blue. About two royals from two different sides of the water and how their relationship sort of sparks. It's going to be a romantic comedy. We also finally have like the Disney Plus adaptation of Percy Jackson and the Lightning Thief has now begun production. It's funny because this all comes out as news after I've just watched the first fucking 2 movies. Don't watch that second one. It's trash. What do you call it? We have Will Arnett to finally play Sweet Tooth in the Twisted Metal series for Peacock. Considering the size of Sweet Tooth as well, they've got the wrestler Samoa Joe to actually play the body, and then Will Arnett will be voicing that. So fucking cool. We have Rachel Zegler, and she is going to play the lead role of Baird in the Hunger Games prequel, The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Fucking everyone's doing a prequel nowadays. It's the hype. Furiosa has finally begun filming as well. Excited for that shit. Orlando Bloom is going to star in David Mykod's Wizards. That's the one with Pete Davidson and all that, where they're potheads. We got Christopher Landon to write and direct the remake of Arachnophobia, which I wish like didn't happen because I fucking love that movie. We also have Guardians 3. So Gunn has officially casted Daniela Melchior, or Ratcatcher from The Suicide Squad, in a small role in Guardians 3. We also have the Apple TV show Surface with Gugu and Mbatha Raw, and that's going to debut on their streaming service on the 29th of July. And as well as that, we have Leslie Mann and Tim Roberts exit The Power at Amazon as well, which was a 12-episode limited series, I believe.
Yeah. Very good there, Bado. And that is it for fanning. And
Wonder what happened there. The old Leslie Mann and them.
Yeah.
because they delayed it.
Yeah.
They delayed the shooting, and now these guys, like, it's Leslie Mann and Tim Robbins, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
as if they're going to fucking hang around. They got shit to do.
I'm going to go get my other bag from over here.
That's right. You get paid for all that prep that you do?
Yes.
You'd have to, right?
Yeah. You hear Jay talking about it in What's-His-Face, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I'm contracted for $1,000 a day. I come in and get my $1,000. I don't go in, I get my $1,000. I don't cut hair, I get my $1,000. Contracted.
You can dig it. So, got our movie trailers as well. So everything, like, I'm going to be honest, everything that I saw this week was kind of fucking mid. I didn't have any picks, but the ones we did get, so we had Pinocchio, and this is at Disney Plus in September 8th. As well as that, we got The Man from Toronto, which is Kevin Hart and Woody Harrelson, and this is the new Netflix feature coming out on the 24th of June. We also have The Princess, which is showing at Hulu, and I'm guessing Star as well, on the 1st of July. We have Irma Vep with Alicia Vikander, so that's showing up on HBO Max, and then possibly Binge on the 6th of June. And then I think the most exciting was Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe at Paramount Plus on the 23rd of June as well. But yeah, nothing too, like, memorable to really, like, point out and say, like, I really like this trailer, so I'm going to talk about this shit. But yeah, everything was kind of, like I said last night, we got the Pornhub Premium last week, and then we got the Community this week. It's just trash bags.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's nothing there. Like, everything looked fine. Like, I'm not going to say everything looked shit, but nothing, like, stood out like, oh, yeah, like, I'm definitely going to be in for this one.
Yeah. You know what stood out this week, Doug? That Elsa Pataki movie.
Gosh. Did it?
Fuck,
5-star rating from you on Letterboxd, is it, mate?
Fuck that movie.
Who gave it a 5-star on Letterboxd?
No one. That's the thing.
I'm going to say.
All right. That's it for movie trailers. Into entertainment news. So, rest in peace to Bo Hopkins. Bo Hopkins was a classic supporting actor who hit, like, his peak in the 70s, but still had ongoing roles going into the 80s and 90s. Bo had a heart attack, and then I think 11 days later passed away, unfortunately, from a stroke. Legendary because he was Sam Peckinpah's good luck charm. He always supported him in movies, and like had this really cool run from the 70s to the 90s. Just iconic supporting roles. Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those guys that was a steadfast like role in those movies coming up. So condolences to his family, friends, and fans, to his legend. Thank you, Mr. Hopkins.
Yeah, man. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Couldn't believe it. But moving on from there, so we had Robert Eggers, and he was talking about the performance of the Northmen when it came to actually releasing through film and in cinemas and things like that. So what Eggers is used to like a much smaller budget than what he got for the Northmen, because this was like roughly around $90 million or so, 60, I think. Sorry, and to like make like break even, you had to make at least 200 million when it came to them sort of fucking releasing this in cinemas, but unfortunately it only came through to about 64 million or so. So what he said was like, look, is it disheartening to see that, like, you know, when it came to the performance of this film in the cinemas, it didn't go so well? Yes, but it's also disheartening to see it go to VOD, but it's doing really well on VOD as well. So everything seems to be fine moving forward. So he's got a really good mindset when it comes to that moving forward as well. But as well as that, it sort of gave him some hindsight to give him some more foresight as well when it came to making his own films, because he was saying, like, look, like moving forward, I just need to learn how to pitch myself a lot better when it comes to making these films, because I'm not going to go out there. And this is where he just had strays for everyone. He was like, I'm not going to direct a Marvel film. I'm not going to go and try and get the rights to Spawn and go make that movie either. But he was very proud of everything that he's made so far. And moving forward, he's still looking forward to making more film.
Yeah. I like this movie. I can see why it wasn't like a cultural phenomenon, like why it wasn't earning hundreds of millions of dollars. But like, it's one of the most critically acclaimed movies of the year. The acclaim should be enough to kind of go, hey, you did well.
Yeah. Because critically, fuck, this went hard, dog. Everyone loved this movie.
People were
unreal.
Like mad, like jerking off in this is like movie's face.
Yeah,
and,
man.
Like it got the love. It got the love. What were you going to say there? I know you got something in the tuckers. Got strays for Eggers, or it's got strays for the Northman.
I didn't like the Northman.
Okay.
I don't like it at all. They marketed it as this fucking Conan style fucking movie, and it didn't deliver. The fuck did you think was going to happen? No, let's sit in this fucking farm for an hour and a fucking half. Fuck that. This movie was shit. It made me so mad watching this movie.
Yeah?
So fucking mad. I was like, what the fuck is this? Why am I was going to turn it off half the fucking...
Really?
Like halfway through. It started off so strong. Ethan Hawke was awesome. His father, the fucking, you know, they got to become wolves and shit. That was mad. And then nothing. There's no fucking payoff in this movie. Fuck this movie.
I like the slow and deliberateness of the movie, but only because like they were trying to like make it out like there was the fantastical sort of side to it, but it wasn't. Like he himself was the fucking like Beowulf.
Yeah.
Like he was creating that sort of legend.
He was Grendel. His father,
that's right.
Created, yeah. It just... it could have been so good. Like, just so good. It just disappointed me so much, man.
Yeah, and I don't think you're the only one. Like, people went like going in there expecting Conan were like really disappointed. I don't blame them, but I know that because I had my expectations checked that it wasn't going to be Conan and it was going to be like slow and sort of like plotting, then yeah, I was able to just go no Conan, even though the Conan imagery was there. Like a motherfucker in a wolf skin with the actual like muzzle and shit. That looked fire. But we didn't get that.
No, we didn't.
Yeah.
I don't get how you can all you need to do is shoot a beautiful movie and then you'll get critical acclaim because you've shot something that looks beautiful and you've got scenery and everything and you've got interesting fucking shots. And then you deliver a shit movie and it still gets critical acclaim. I don't get it. It doesn't make fucking sense to me at fucking all. I hate all these fucking artsy movies. I'm not supposed to sit there and make you think and divulge. I don't want that, B. You set something up, you put it on the fucking wrapper. I want that thing. I want that. I want what you fucking promised.
But he didn't promise that with this.
Well, someone did because he obviously signed off on that fucking trailer. Obviously, right?
As if going through the history of filmmakers having a fucking problem with the marketing, they've even signed off on any of the trailers. Like, how's about when Matt Bourne was like, how the fuck can you just show, what's his face? Colin Firth in my Kingsman 2 trailer. How dare you, Fox? And then from then, he never worked with Fox again. Paramount all the way. Apple. You know what I mean? Like, these filmmakers, like, you're right, that's where it breaks down. Like, the marketing side of it. Like, they put it out there as Conan 2. 3.
They literally did. They literally
4.
put it out. Fuck.
But I'd have made it work. That was like hanging for this because he was like, fuck, it looks like Conan. And we were like saying that shit for like months before the movie came out. Movie came out, the O rolled up to me on his forklift and he was like almost crying. Like, no good. I didn't like it as much as I thought. Fuck.
Nah.
It's like, it wasn't that. So I was like, damn, what am I expecting then? Like, I was expecting like mad orgies and shit. Like after that, I was just expecting them to go fully realistic and kind of depict like a lot of weird shit because it is A24 almost in the way that it looks. It's not A24.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that.
No.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like going through this movie, I was expecting them to portray these fucking O's like they portrayed them in 13th Warrior. How you thought they were fucking like monsters or something, and then you fucking see the man behind the mask.
Well, like, I'm on your side. Don't even think that because I like this movie, I'm debating this shit with you because I'm not on your side. 13th Warrior and Conan the Barbarian are infinitely better fucking movies than this. They're more enjoyable. Like, that's why people would still talk about those movies in 10 years. I don't think they'll be talking about the Northman.
I watched Conan the fucking Destroyer before I watched the fucking movie again.
But would you watch Conan the remake before you watch this again?
Yes. Yes, I would. Fuck this movie. This movie is dead. It's making a lot of money on VOD. I bet you if you look at those fucking VOD stats, people are watching half an hour of this fucking movie and turn it.
But like the money side of it, like people like, I'm safe to check it out at home. People are loving fucking Morbius.
Yeah.
Like Morbius is like, they're going, we want to greenlight a sequel based on how people are watching at home. Just because of the fucking meme for its Morbin time. Like, I don't know what's happening with film culture in terms of, yeah, I'm going to hate this so much that I love it. And they're hate fucking their movies.
It's the what's his face, man. People don't want the bullshit anymore.
Stop the cap.
literally. Stop the cap right now. That's what it is, man. We want to see it. We want to see what you advertise for us to see. That's what we want. You can't put out a fucking... Like, if you're going to make this sort of movie, put out a fucking proper trailer. If they had put out a proper trailer for this, I would have been fucking fine.
Yep. Yeah. If they had put out a fucking trailer that was less about the action and those big sort of set pieces that they kind of set up, and more about, like, him being the Grendel.
Yeah.
Like, that would have made sense to me. And then you get surprised by the action set pieces.
Yeah. I thought this guy was going to burn his way through fucking England, B. That's what I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just gathering troops, amassing an army so he could take on his fucking uncle.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What do you call
These
it?
motherfuckers, like, they made it all about the, like, if you were the bad guy, right? Because he ends up being the bad guy, and you destroy someone's world, how you protect your, sort of, your lineage.
Yeah.
True. You know, the perfect trailer for this movie would have been something akin to fucking... What's that Edge movie that came out? The horror one?
It Comes at Night?
Yeah. I was more in that tone, set in the one fucking place the whole time.
Yeah.
And then, like you said, get surprised by your fucking set pieces.
Yeah. And that's probably where the audience disconnection was as well. I signed up for Conan, and I got fucking the Green Knight.
I signed up for Conan, and I got season 2 of Walking Dead.
Fuck it.
That's what it felt like.
Fuck, we had a rant about season 2 of Walking Dead the other night. Fuck that season, man. Ruined the whole show for me.
Controversial. Chop the leg off, cunt. Get it fucking done. Right? That's what we want. Get the fuck out of there.
Fucking ass.
All right. So for our last piece of news. So last week, Kathleen Kennedy was talking about we seen the mistakes with the Star Wars universe and the movies and whatnot that's coming through. We're going to try and not recast and all that sort of stuff. This week, she came through and she said, hey, I didn't say we'd never recast.
Badly.
Yeah. So she basically confirmed that, you know, there is a Lando show on the back burner. They're waiting for Childish Gambino. What's his name? Donald Glover.
Donald Glover.
Yeah, to sort of get it ready.
Yeah,
and get him ready for it. Yeah, so, I mean, I don't mind that. Donald Glover as Lando, I'd like to see more with him because you don't hear enough about Lando.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those pop-up characters.
Yeah,
he does so much. I mean, he owns a city.
That's right.
Like I want to learn how he buys Sky City.
Fuck yeah. And how he assumed control.
That's it. I mean, it wouldn't. I mean, supposedly, part of the Star Wars law is that he wanted betting.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Don't him and Han...
Go on.
Sorry, I was just going to ask. Doesn't him and Han have the, like, who's the better pilot type fucking fights as well? Or is that someone else that I'm thinking of?
I think that was in Solo. He wins the ship, doesn't he?
Yeah. But he knows that Han is a space pirate. Right? That's what he calls him. Get over here, you lousy space pirate.
Quite a good Billy D, actually.
Billy D was Denzel back in the day. When you think about it,
yeah, it's true. It's true.
What's his face? But yeah, so that movie ends with him losing his ship, obviously. But Han isn't a space pirate yet, so I mean, Han's going to be moving into smuggling and all that sort of stuff. I'm pretty sure Lando is involved in that as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a show like a Lando show would be interesting. I hope they get that other guy that played what's his face back though. That played Han.
Yeah, I like that guy.
Eichenreich? Lars
Yeah.
Eichenreich?
Eldon?
Yeah,
Eldon Eichenreich.
yeah.
Eldenreich?
So that'd be
Ehrenreich.
cool. Yeah,
Ehrenreich.
if they got those two back, like Han doesn't have to be in there the whole time, but like if he just cameos or something in there, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
The other thing that we heard this week was Favreau talking about Mando, right? So someone asked him when do you see the Mandalorian ending? And he said that this is something that him and Dave Filoni talk about all the time, right? So it's set at the end of Jedi, obviously. There's no... So Luke's still young, all that sort of stuff. He's still, he's not a Master Jedi yet. He said that between that timeline and what's the new place called? The New Empire? What's it called?
First Order.
The First Order showing up is about 10 years. So they've got some time to sort of figure out, how the story is going to end and all that sort of stuff, because they don't sort of want to retool that sort of lore as well.
Yeah. You go.
I said we could have the next 10 years of adventures with the Mandalorian.
Would you be
Not
mad?
like 10 seasons, but an adventure spanning like 10 years.
That'd be sick. To see where he ends up and why he's not in the sequels would be mad.
Well, he's chilling with Grogu somewhere.
I kind of think like a lot of the stuff that they do strengthens the prequels. So a lot of the stuff that they will do in the future will strengthen the sequels.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's the
Yeah,
case,
for sure.
because there's a lot of fucking gaps in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like the main one, I mean, being somehow Palpatine has returned.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Like someone's
If
going to
Grogu-
stumble on that shit and then die.
If Grogu turns into fucking Palpatine, I turn the show right the fuck off, my friends.
What, he took his power? Maybe.
It could be a vessel for Palpatine. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Yeah. Because
And you just clone Yoda?
Yeah. After that fight with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get down. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Mando. I have to wait until next year though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking forward to both of them. And Ahsoka.
Yeah.
Do we get Ahsoka first and then Mando? Is
Nah.
that an agenda?
Because they said, nah, we'll get Mando first in Feb and then Ahsoka
Right.
sometime in 2023.
Right.
So you almost got to think like Ahsoka sits like further down the line
Yeah.
than what's his
Then
face?
Mando. Do you think we'll get another Boba?
I hope not.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't enjoy Boba. I didn't enjoy the feel of that show or like the pacing that they added to it. They made Boba out to be like fucking like diplomat.
Mm.
Man isn't like that.
He's a bounty hunter.
That's right. Kicking ass. Should be.
Mm. Yeah.
That's it.
That's all of our news this week.
Yep.
All right. So We Own the City finished up, which is fucking like awesome. The series was brilliant. Fucking showcased so much corruption on every level.
Every level.
Yeah.
Every single level.
So I haven't watched The Wire, but would you say this is almost like a really condensed, concentrated version of that, where it kind of shows like, because like The Wire goes through every level, right?
Literally every level. So the first season is the street level.
Yeah.
And then it goes, you can see it going up from there.
Yeah.
So that very last season of The Wire, the season is about the mayoral race and all that sort of stuff, and the governors and whatnot and all that sort of stuff. It's so interesting.
So Jenkins got his sentence. Was found guilty for all the shit that he did. He cooperated.
Pled guilty.
Pled guilty. Pled guilty once he found out that his good friend was kind of just giving it up. Got 25 years in prison. Jenkins kind of gets there and he gets yard time. And in his mind, like, what he was doing was right.
Yeah.
Like, he thought what he was teaching and putting out there, he was getting celebrated for by his like, you know, by his peers and his co-workers and stuff like that. It's so weird that he didn't think, like, what I was doing, even though these people, some of them had committed felonies, was wrong. In his mind, it was all right. Like, he was free to just take and fucking take the drugs and take the cash and beat people and stuff.
It's amazing. The scene where he's getting let out of his cell and that guy's like, weren't you a fucking cop or something? And he's like, yeah, 6 years Baltimore PD, plainclothes or whatever it is.
Yeah.
All fucking day.
He just, like, he doesn't drop that shield, eh?
No.
Fuck.
Not at all.
Such a good
It's
show.
weird. Oh, man. I really enjoyed it. So this is marketed on Apple TV as We Own the City Season 1.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm thinking that, like we spoke about, this could evolve into a True Detective style show where it's just a different city.
Yeah.
Every couple of years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be cool. Like, I'd like to see the one in New York. That'd be sick as well.
Michael Dowd. Whew. That'd be amazing, actually.
What did you reckon of, like, where everyone kind of ended up? I mean, that chick in the civil rights office, she just said, "Fuck this, I'm out."
Yep.
Like, Trump's
Because
coming in, things aren't getting better. I'm out.
I'm out. I can't change. It was literally, I can't change anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And the fact that decree was coming from the top.
Yeah.
Like, the fact that, no, you're not going to change anything because we don't want to change anything.
Yeah.
Was like the understanding.
Yeah. And isn't it crazy that it's like, even though they didn't change anything, the deaths and murders and everything still blew up. Like, they took But you know what was even the craziest thing? They got the new chief of police in. They got the new mayor in. Within 6 months, both of them got the fuck out of there. Both of them for corruption.
The chief of police was indicted on tax evasion charges.
Yeah.
The mayor was doing something shifty as well.
Yeah. Corruption charges.
Corruption charges. Amazing. Because it might even start from, I mean, even before that level. It might be higher than that level where the sort of corruption starts, man.
Yeah.
I mean, who doles out the money? Who says, okay, here's your money for this city for the year?
That's right.
Like, who does that?
I mean, they kind of they narrow their funds so much that they have no choice. But then they're like, "Nah, we'll give you the overtime budget."
Mm.
And then, like, "Nah, we have to pay out for Freddie Gray and the murder of Freddie Gray, so you guys don't get any money." Like, what the fuck do you expect then? If you're not investing in something, you're not going to get anything extra out of it.
That's right. It's like, it just shows you how the cities work, right?
Yeah.
And it's not just Baltimore that this happens in. This is everywhere.
Yeah. The consequences for Suda, the guy that moved to homicide, when he was like, "Nah, I see some guy," and he kills himself just because he doesn't want to get in front of a grand jury and testify and clear himself because the guilt. A lot of those guys, it was just like, yeah, we did it. The guilt ate them up.
Yeah. It's crazy, man.
Yeah. Such a mad show. sad to see it go though, man. Like it's been a fucking journey.
Yeah, every Tuesday, man. I was ready.
Yeah. And then we got the finale for Under the Banner of Heaven as well, which like it was wild, and like you think about all these religious sort of entities, or like whether it be the Catholics or whatnot, and the shit that sort of goes down. It's like, now we did this for our faith. And people were just like all right with that. Like that bit with Diana, and she's trying to get Matilda out, and they're just not like no one's helping, because someone's trying to take her back, and they're just not helping.
Yeah, like part of their religion is you basically own that woman, man.
Yeah.
So that was his property that he was dragging away. So they didn't want to get involved in that. It's fucking so weird.
Yeah. It's crazy. The whole show, they're talking about the priesthood, priesthood holder. So the wife needs to honor the decision of her husband.
Yeah.
Talking about Holy Father, but it ends on his mother.
Yeah.
And the perspective with which you hold religion is either you do everything for the church, and then that's like kind of when shit got dangerous, because they started just getting extreme, or you do everything for your family. And that's what felt right for both Alan at the end, even though like Brenda and his daughter got killed. But what hit with Pyrie as well.
Yeah.
And I loved at the end when Taba's like, saying his prayer. He's like, well, my parents, when they converted, it made me memorize that prayer.
Yeah.
But then on the way back, he's seeing him off to the taxi. He's singing his Paiute song. And he's like, well, that doesn't hold any power either.
No.
But, like, I like to sing it because it reminds me of who I am. It's like just real powerful shit. It wasn't an action-packed series, but it had so much meaning and perspective on religion without villainizing the Latter-day Saints, the Mormons.
That's right. Like we went out there to villainize a whole group of people.
Yeah.
These 2 or 3 people that are doing something fucked up that we want to talk about.
Yeah.
This is that story. Is this a true story?
Yeah.
It is, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Scary.
Yeah.
Because the main villain here was man's interpretation of religion.
Misinterpretation.
Yeah. But like the scary thing is like the prophets. Now God's talking directly to me.
God. That's that's always a big thing for me, is like, yeah, you got the Bible and everything, but it was written by a man. Written by a man allegedly 2,000 years ago, and then the language is changed, and then it's misinterpreted, then it's interpreted like completely differently now.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what that first Bible reads like.
Or too literally.
Yeah.
Release of the complete Dead Sea Scrolls, Vatican, cowards.
They won't. They'd lose all their power. Supposedly, those Dead Sea Scrolls are written by Jesus himself.
Yeah, there is supposed to be a book of like Jesus.
Yeah, that's
but
why
I always
they won't.
ask, who wrote Genesis?
Exactly.
Who wrote Revelations?
They were just making that shit up, big.
Yeah.
Literally making that shit up.
Yeah. I definitely think the church, like the Catholic Church, has like altered the Bible. Like there's first-hand accounts in there from Jesus' disciples, which is like, the stuff.
Yeah.
But then those bookends are the things like, be thankful for this, but be fearful of this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but it's crazy because you'd think, like, there's no mention of planets, there's no mention of stars, there's no mention of anything. No mention of a fucking sun. Like, if I was writing something and I was, like, given an account for, this time of year, I would write about all those things, right? The sun is in the sky. There's nothing. All that shit is made up, B.
I don't think it's all made up. Like, if you went back to the scriptures, you could probably carbon date it and stuff like that. But I do believe that it's altered, and it's altered for a purpose. Like, no religion is pure.
I believe those what's-his-faces, those hieroglyphics I see.
Yeah, but even those are up to man's interpretation of those hieroglyphics.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas an Egyptian might be like, nah, I just said, 3 crows were flying around at the time of his death or something like that.
Mm-hmm. I believe those. Not that Bible. Anyway.
Agree to disagree. Oues didn't get a chance to watch The Offer. What did you think?
Didn't watch it, huh?
Nah. This is one of those shows, I don't know, if anyone's out there and they watch a show with their partner and then sometimes things just don't line up. This is one of those shows for me. So this one was, yeah.
I watched it, man. It was awesome. It was really, really good.
What was this one about? Because last one was the shoot and getting Pacino legitimized with Bloodhorn and Evans. What was this one?
This one was about how they're going to handle that Joey Gallo situation.
Ooh, so it wasn't about the film.
Well, the struggle in the film is that Francis wants to go shoot in Sicily, and them having enough money and whatnot, and scrounging enough money to actually get the crew over there to shoot in Sicily.
That's awesome.
Yeah. You missed out, my friend.
Yeah, I know. I got to catch up. I'll be there next week, though. Episode 7 and 8 under the belt there.
We got our next episode of Obi-Wan.
Yep.
Episode 3. I love this episode. I was thinking about it yesterday. I was talking to you. I wanted to actually go back and watch it again. I thought it was just going to start dropping on Fridays, not Wednesdays. So when you told me Wednesday, I was like, fucking wow, Obi-Wan is out. But this was awesome, man. We got to go to a new planet. That weird-looking fucking thing was Zach Braff.
Ah, that's who it was.
I thought it was Seth Rogen this whole time.
Same.
I was Zach Braff. What's his face? I love the moments between Leia and Obi-Wan, where she's like, "What does it feel like? What does the Force feel like?" And he's like, "Do you ever get scared in the dark?" Yeah. What happens when you turn on the light? Like you feel safe. That's what it feels like.
Yeah.
Like that's so cool. Like I've never heard the Force described like that before.
Yeah. That was fucking mad. It reminds me of Dr. Sleep.
Yes.
His relationship with Abra Stone and that.
Yeah.
Vader is one petty dude. How he light the fire and drag Obi-Wan through it. I was like, this is the most hardcore thing that I've seen in Star Wars.
Yeah.
He chops Grievous's hands. He chopped what's-his-face's hands off.
Dooku's.
Dooku, man. And then chopped the man's head off.
Yeah. But this had so much emotion. This was hot-blooded, in passion. You know what I mean?
I loved it before that, right? Because Vader's just coming through. Okay, you don't want to come out and face me. I'm going to make you come out and face me.
Yeah.
I'll kill everyone here if I have to.
Yeah.
And I'll force them to death, basically.
It was wild because Obi-Wan sort of like, he sensed Vader.
Straight away.
Yeah. It was like the fear just kind of like came out in that moment. You know, Brody, Brody was watching with us.
Yeah.
It's the first time that he's actually been scared of Star Wars.
Wow.
He was scared of Vader. You know, when Obi-Wan's like looking around for him and then you just see the green lights fucking pop up and Vader's walking towards him.
That was sick, though.
He's watching like this with his hands over his eyes.
I want to know. Like, Obi-Wan out here just, like, for a casual stroll trying to get away from Vader. And Vader just appeared, Vader appeared out of nowhere. He was by that hill end. And Vader just appeared right next to him.
Yeah. Vader's a big dude. The sneak level on Vader is, like, master or something.
Yeah, but, like, you think about it, this is that meme where it's like Michael Myers be walking until no one's looking, and then he starts running.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this episode.
Yeah.
I can't remember how this one ended.
So this just ended with the third sister finding Leia.
That's right.
She's gone to the other side. But fucking thingy. I loved how, like, Obi-Wan has been shook up since the news of knowing fucking Vader is alive.
Yep.
And he sees him in that fucking field looking at him like that and shit.
Yeah, the paranoia is kicking in for Obi.
Yeah. Unreal, man.
He stays trying to reach out to Qui-Gon.
Yeah.
And he just can't get it done.
Once he gets that unblocked, though, that's when it's going to... Well, like, I think once he communes with Qui-Gon, then he's going to actually, like, wreck shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get the old Obi-Wan back.
Yeah. That's
what
I'm waiting for.
The third and fourth round in Rocky, you know what I mean? Where he's just taking them out. I hear an old bell.
I'm waiting for that.
You know what's
like...
Yeah.
No, I was just going to say the fucking lighting effects with the lightsabers in this episode was fucking unbelievable. The red sheen through the fucking smoke, and as well as that, just how when he turns on his blue lightsaber, fucking perfect, man. I thought it was a real lightsaber for a second.
Probably was. Man.
But yeah, that's all I had.
But just that scene where he crushes whatever's in that crate and just throws it on the floor and then just like lights it up with his fucking lightsaber, man.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
I liked it. There was like, it looked mad and everything, but there was some shots that just didn't like gel for me. Some of the action shots, like it was a bit too soft. But other than that, I thought this was like a perfect episode.
Yeah. What do you call it? I was saying last night, like, it's so good to finally get fucking, like, just content that relates to our original as well as prequel trilogies.
Yeah.
Makes me so happy.
Yeah, man. Can't believe we're halfway through the season, though. Already.
Yeah.
How many episodes? I was going to ask.
6. Damn it. I know. Kind of need to give me 10 if you're getting Ewan McGregor in there. I mean,
8?
Yeah. In for a penny, in for a pound, mate.
What do you call it? Which means that because this next episode will be Obi-Wan fucking recovering since Tala's fucking saved his ass.
Yeah.
And then going from there, like, he's probably going to have that moment where he's like, fuck, you know, Qui-Gon's going to come through and then he's going to need to, like, finally just be a Jedi again instead of trying to hide.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. That's what I'm waiting for.
The show is too fucking good, man.
Yeah. He obviously kills all them Inquisitors, right?
They have to all die.
Yeah. Because they're not with Vader in the Death Star. Unless they become those Red Knights.
Yeah, maybe. But
because supposedly those Red Knights have force abilities.
Okay.
They're force sensitive, those Red Knights.
I've never seen them with that that lightsaber though with the circle.
That only the Inquisitors have them.
Yeah,
It's the same in the game, and she's the second sister in the game.
okay. So it's not
The bad
Reaver.
guy. No,
No.
not her.
I'm gonna play that game.
I'll restart it again.
All right.
Yeah, I got to get into it.
So we also got the first 3 episodes of The Boys, which is fucking hardcore.
I watched the first.
Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, I watched the first 2. Jesus,
That first one was enough. The
Big old
first
dick.
half an hour? Huh?
big old dick eyes on there.
I know. Have you ever wanted to see a close-up interior of the penis? That was wild. The gore in the show is amazing. This is the best gore that I've seen in a show.
Yep.
Like the way
It
that
is.
they do it is right. And it's like, it's shocking to everyone. It's not like it's like fucking coolish, like some shit.
Hmm.
Wild. Yeah, and the shit is just funny. I love that they lean into Mother's Milk's OCD as well. Show that. They put that on blast.
He's on
Yui,
Zoloft.
I
He's
can
on
t-
Zoloft, so he's medicated.
Yui just continues to be the guy that I hate. Hate Yui.
I hate Yui as well.
Absolutely hate him. Love him, Frenchie. I love Frenchie and Kamiko's like their little journey that they kind of go on, and like him learning through her and her learning through him and shit. But shit just keeps getting deeper.
Yeah,
They just keep filling in like who's connected to who, and like there's just this deep dark web of conspiracy all across the fucking like the landscape of this show. And this is only the first 3 episodes.
yeah.
There's so much more to go to from here.
So this was a graphic novel before, yeah.
Yeah, this is Garth Ennis. Same O that did
How-
Preacher.
Yeah. So how far into the graphic novels are they?
I don't know, actually.
And are they using them for reference?
I
Or
don't
did they
know.
just, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes they just take the characters and, we'll take it from here, thank you.
Halo.
I don't know. Maybe because Katie from For Your References has read the first part of the boys' graphic novel, so maybe like she can tell us how close they are, or like any audience members out there, how close the show actually plays to the graphic novel. Yeah, but I'm enjoying this, man. I'm glad that they gave us 3 episodes straight up.
I didn't expect it.
Yeah, that's a lot to watch. I don't know what the release pattern is, if it's going to be like 1 weekly or they're going to do the outer range of like 2 weekly. The 2 weekly was kind of fire.
Was it?
Yeah, I
It's,
like that, man.
Go on.
I was going to say, they probably heard your rant about weekly fucking drops on the boys. They were like, we'll just give them 3 at the start.
I like Obi-Wan, actually. When Obi-Wan dropped with 2, that was really nice.
Yeah, I think that's the best sort of like launch strategy. Give us 2 and then 1 each week.
I think that Bel Air show launched with 3 as well. But that was because it's I think 10 episode season. So
Okay.
yeah, they still had them for like 7 more weeks after that. So.
The 2 a week wasn't bad as well with Outer Range. The only thing is, if you fell behind, it was like I got to watch 4 episodes to catch up.
Do you
The
guys stay
Outer
on
Range
book?
wasn't the easiest watch to get through. It's dense as fuck, that show.
Was it?
Yeah. It was alright. There's a lot of shit going on.
Fair enough. What do you call it? Lawrence in the chat was saying that he felt that the graphic novel was like a lot more brutal than what we get on fucking the live action.
Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta read that fucking graphic novel then.
Lawrence, if you're listening, how is that Herogasm episode? And is it close to hentai when you're reading?
See the tentacles come out of nowhere.
Asking for a friend.
Just see you got it in your cart ready to fucking check out.
Just get the fucking, the absolutes. Just to that issue.
But from what he says, is that it's the closest it gets for a live action. There are a few character differences, but it's still like really close and really faithful to the graphic novel. He said that with the hero-gasm, that shit is just borderline hentai.
Cart purchased.
And I get the audible for that.
Rough grunting noises.
Loud clapping ensues.
All right.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, and that's a wrap on everything this week. Check us out tomorrow. We're going to be posting some stuff. So if you don't know, we're going to the Elvis red carpet premiere. We won't be watching the movie, unfortunately. That comes out like a little bit later, but we'll get to that point where we can actually attend the red carpet and go to the premiere. But we're going to hopefully be talking to a couple of stars from the movie. Richard Roxburgh, Tom Hanks, Austin Butler. So maybe if if you're on this live chat, let us know if you have any questions or whatnot. Hopefully we can actually get to ask them. That'll be awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, take care of yourselves out there. Nasty flu going round. Influenza A just running around through the fucking city. Yeah, love yourself and love movies.
Mm-hmm. Vape more, smoke less, and wash your ass.
And Johnny Depp didn't do that shit. Shout out to Johnny Depp.
Shout out to Johnny, man. Excellent. I was watching that verdict with the biggest smile on my face.
Jesus.
Big time. All right. I'll see you.
There you guys.